We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello and welcome everyone. In this lecture, I will discuss about force balance pressure gauges. First, let us discuss about the operating principle of it. The pressure measurement is made by balancing the unknown force produced by pressure under measurement against a known force. There are basically 3 types of gauges commonly used. First one is deadweight tester or piston gauge. Second one is ring balance gauge and bell gauge. In this lecture, I will discuss about ring balance gauge and bell gauge. Deadweight tester we will discuss later on. So let's start with the ring balance gauge. So here it is, the ring balance gauge measures the differential pressure across the gauge by force balance principle. The ring balance gauge has a maximum pressure range of 0.3 meter of water or gauge pressure, and it is used for low pressure measurement in industry. Here it consists of a hollow ring of circular cross section supported near its center by knife edge pivot, and the hollow ring is normally made of polythene or any other light and transparent material. The hollow ring is divided into 2 partitions, and it partially, here it is the partition, and partially filled with the suitable manometric fluid. Over here it is paraffin or kerosene can be used for lightness. The counterweight W here is attached at the bottom of ring, and the open end of hollow ring are connected with the tube fluid system whose pressure difference is to be measured. Suppose here this is P1 and here it is P2. Between these two we have to find the pressure difference. The connections of pressure inputs are made with flexible couplings and tubing so that the ring can move. Now it is assumed that the center of gravity of ring itself without manometric liquid and counterweight is at its pivot. When pressure P1 and P2 are fed through pressure input, here the net force due to difference between pressure, which means P1 minus P2 or P2 minus P1, causes rotation or unbalance of ring about pivot. As we can see here, it causes the rotation. Here what will happen, P2 is In this case, P2 is greater than P1. So, as the pressure P1 increases, it's lower the manometric liquid on the on its sorry here the P1 will be greater than P2. So as P1 increases, it's lower the level of manometric liquid on its side. Here it lowers, and this causes the ring to turn about its center. The rotation continues until this drive force to net equilibrium, and the net force due to pressure difference is balanced by this counter weight and reaches to equilibrium position. The rotation of balance ring is transferred to indicating or recording device. The moment of differential pressure or is equal to restoring pressure, restoring moment due to counter weight. Here the moment due to differential pressure is equal to the restoring moment due to counter weight. Here two moments are there due to pressure difference and due to this counter weight. Both will be equal. So the moment due to difference in pressure is equal to the force due to pressure, which is the difference between the both the pressure P1 minus P2. Here P1 is greater than P2. Then distance from center is here force is equal due to pressure is equal to we know that the pressure is equal to F by A. Here pressure is the difference between both, so force will be equal to pressure into area. So it will be the P1 minus P2 into area, and the distance from center which will be equal to the radius, which means d by 2, and opposing counterweight and distance from center is x over here. This is the W into x, which is restoring moment due to counterweight. So x is the horizontal distance between center of tube and CG of counterweight. So here from this triangle we can find the value of x, as this is the radius, so it will be equal to x is equal to r sine theta. So ultimately we can find the pressure difference between both. So this was about the ring balance gauge. Next is bell gauge. Here bell pressure gauge operates on principle that the force produced by difference of pressure on inside and outside of bell is balanced against the counter weight or against the force produced by the compression of spring. Here the gauge consists of a bell suspended in, here it is our bell and is suspended in sealing liquid, and it is the sealed chamber. Now the chamber is containing oil or mercury. The open end of bell is immersed in liquid. Here the open end, this is the immersed in liquid, that form two separate sealed chamber. 1 and 2. The pressure P1 is fed inside. Here it will form two separate chamber, first one over here and second one over here. So the pressure P1 is fed inside and lower pressure P2 is fed outside. Here applied pressure P1 and this is the P2. Due to the differential pressure, the force act on the bell. Over here there will be the force acting on it, and due to which the bell will rise in liquid. This will rise in upward direction, and the bell rises until the equilibrium is reached between the net upward force and the down due to the pressure difference and downward force of spring. Now the movement of bell, which is taken out by pressure tight link lever mechanism to pressure indicating assembly. Now here let the P1 be the lower pressure inlet and P2 be the higher pressure inlet. A be the cross section area of bell and F be the spring constant, while H be the deflection of spring due to pressure difference P2 minus P1. Neglecting the buoyancy effect, here the weight of bell considering inside and outside area of bell are equal. So the force balance in equilibrium will be given by this equation, P2 minus P1 into A is equal to F into H. F is the spring constant and H is the deflection of spring due to pressure difference. So we can find the pressure difference using this equation. So this was the bell gauge. A two element bell type differential gauge can be used. Here there are two bell element gauge. This above was single element and here two identical bells. This is the 1 number and this is 2 number bell. Here it is the counter weight and this is the balance beam or pivot. This is the L height, here the capital L length, and these are the bell cross section area, and P1 is applied over here and P2 is applied over here. Consist of two identical bells immersed in bath of sealing liquid. The liquid metal bell are supported on beam pivoted on knife edges. This is the knife edge pivot. A counterweight W balances the deflection due to, this will balance the deflection due to pressure difference P2 minus P1. When the pressure applied to inside the bell, one bell will rise and other bell will, and the other, then the other and the position of bell will be achieved due to moment of counter weight W into X. So for equilibrium position, here will be the equation, the difference between both the pressure P2 minus P1 into area of bell into moment L is equal to W into X. So and here x will be the same L sine theta. Theta here is the angle, so we can find the P2 minus P1. The range of Bell gauge is determined by modulus of elasticity of spring and density of the sealing liquid. For higher range, the mercury is used as sealing liquid. So this is the end of the topic. Thank you very much for watching.